Yeah, I felt that because it was 2013. I lost my grandma. My grandma had three strokes.
Yeah.
The first one when I was like in the fourth or fifth grade, she was cool. Then the second one was like, it hit her hard, but she was still able to talk. And then the third one was just like, we don't know how long she was gonna last. And then she passed away in 2013, and she was one of my rocks.
Yeah.
So whenever I feel, I think of her because she was strong. Like people, from one stroke they passed away. With her, she was so strong.
Right.
She was so determined to be her. And like every day, that's one of my motivations, like to get through life. I'm like, I'm doing this, for my grandma and things like that, because she, like they said, it ain't nothing like grandma's, like it's nothing like
it really isn't. There really, really, really isn't. So it was just kind of like it got really, really hard. So Friendly Skies definitely fit for me because it was just like it's basically enjoying it. Yeah. It kind of sounds sadistic, but it's basically enjoying that storm that's about to come, all that shitty shit that's about to come. Just try to laugh through it. And when you listen to it, you're going to see it's wavy. It's very wavy, and it kind of leads you into, it's not at all like Roughly. Roughly, you're going to see a different side. It's going to be very, I guess, theatrical and dramatic, and it's going to have kind of put you into a scene and put you into a mood.
Okay, because Roughly, like I said, it was kind of raw.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So Friendly Skies is more like it's going to be a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait for that. So how's the process for that so far?
It's amazing. I fucking love it. Well, see, okay, so if we're gonna be honest about this, while Roughly was happening, the reason why it was so raw because we just did it, and we didn't do it in a studio or anything.
Yeah,
like
just
that.
on
It was just
the
in
laptop.
his living room.
Yeah, on the laptop.
That was it. And every time we were done, it would get mixed and then eventually it would get mastered.
Mm-hmm.
With this, I come in. We have, waves. We took, at least 3 nights where it was, 8 hours. It was, a full shift. And I was going through what I was going through, so I would always come through with a bottle of tequila. Get Fred mad fucked up. Hey, we made beautiful music. Beautiful music. It came out amazing every single time. It's always, this has been therapy. So coming here, this is my haven.
So Fred was the producer, the
entirely.
Fred, come in.
Yeah, come here. On. He's the entire producer.
Shout out to Fred.
Word up.
Because I really as a DJ, I love when artists and the producer, go in and be at the studio session. For me, I would love, I always tell artists whenever you have a studio session, to me that's more important time than going to, don't get me wrong, the concert and everything, right. Live shows, but just to be to see the process, it's I can just sit back and just see the chemistry and just see the music getting made and stuff, because a lot of people they don't understand that it's hard. For me right now, I'm trying to be I don't want to say the next DJ Khaled, but I'm trying to, do what he did,
right.
Orchestrate, find different artists, and it's very hard because, one, you can't just put any artist on one beat. You got to make sure, one flow, then, one go after the other, the flow is right.
Right.
So that's the one of the main things in music and stuff. With sports, you got to practice. To get the main thing with practice is not just getting knowing to play, but you got to know your teammates. You know, I'm on the offensive line. You know,
right,
you gotta
how they move and stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Weaknesses are and shit like
Basketball,
that.
you know, baseball the same way.
When you
like,
move as a unison, and then when they play, you see it. You see how good they are.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. You know, me and Fred, like we created like every time I come here, it's a great experience, and on top of that, it's like an outlet. You know, so you kind of create a bond and you create a story behind each track that's being touched on or that's being created, versus grabbing so and so off of whatever internet site and then having to pay like $200 to actually have the entire song and all the rights. Well, that's cool. I've done it before, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
You don't have a I don't know, I don't know if you have people that buy off of your stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's just something about creating in a room with that person. I mean, you could just see it on their face if they like something you're doing. So, it really becomes collaborative instead of something that I do, put online for you to buy, and then you do whatever you want on top of it,
So y'all, like, when did this start, like, the friendship? Like, did you reach out to her about her music or?
Like she mentioned earlier, she came into a session
okay.
years before that with another artist, and from there, I mean, we just kind of just kept in contact through social media and stuff like that.
I had posted an acapella. I had left to Orlando for like a year, and it was to actually start creating what is now Friendly Skies, but it didn't turn out that well, but it was experience in front of, and being in the booth and being in the studio, because there was a studio in the house. So it kind of set me up for this, for being comfortable in front of a mic and, being in front of somebody else, because I get nervous. Really, really nervous.
Yeah, I always say if you nervous, you really care about, like, you care. You're not just there, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything that I do, I get nervous because I care. You know what I'm saying? With the podcast, before I start any podcast, I'm on episode 16. I'm like, I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I had come back and I was posting on Instagram like acapellas. And just like choosing like really pretty pictures off of the internet and whatever, editing them, and then posting an acapella. Or if I did like like Aaliyah for her birthday one year.
That's dope.
I took a picture of her, and then I went ahead and I did an acapella of 1 in a Million, I think it was. It's still on there. You gotta look.
I got look, 'cause I had to look. It was like going through like vinyls and stuff. I'm like, music.
But on one of them, I think it was just a freestyle. I did like a doo-wopping and stuff, and he actually said it's time to come into the studio. And I was like, "You're right. What the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm back."
So no, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Nah, so when you made the beat for your friend, right? And she heard the track, she like, that's that fire. You know what I'm saying? So you had the same thing about her when she did like the freestyle and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she's definitely talented. Like, super good singer. So, I try to get people recorded, high quality too, so they can put something out and send a message out there.
So with the Friendly Skies project, like, give me the real like raw, because you was saying like the tequila, like you had to bring in tequila some nights. Like, give me that raw process, because April next month. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure like y'all about to be done with the project. Like, did y'all get mad sometimes, aggravated? Because I already know how it is. Like, doing the track over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, did y'all get aggravated? Did y'all get like how you call it? Like, when y'all finish like one track, did y'all get excited?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I don't think we ever had.
No
poems at all. It was actually probably one of the easiest projects I've produced. I mean,
we work really well, and the thing is that I'm really big on communication. So, and I'm very hands-on as well. So if I don't like something or if it sounds too off, you know, I'm able to talk to him and he feeds off of that. You know, some people get very touchy about it and they're just like, well, I mean, this is my beat, you know. Okay.
When your birthday?
March 5th.
And when your birthday? Oh yeah, happy belated birthday!
Thank you.
Yeah, I told you that. March 5th, and when your birthday?
June 22nd.
June 20. Oh, you got the same birthday as my best friend. So
man,
Cancer and the Pisces, you know, it's creativity. So I can see like the chemistry when it comes with the music and things like that. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. We kind of balance that energy, and you know, he likes to get high too. So it's great because he wasn't a big smoker. You weren't that big.
No, not at all.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I definitely chilled on the alcohol part. I feel like that year I had like a good streak where I was probably an alcoholic. Like I was taking like a good 2 bottles each week type of shit. So I would come here, I'd drink and be like, nothing.
Yeah, just you know, just getting the vibe and you know, go in with the music and stuff like that.
But it was so therapeutic, and you can hear it. Like you could definitely hear it in the beats, and you can hear it in the way that I'm singing and what I'm saying. You know, granted, there are some songs, for example, Waves, that it's a little bit, I guess. It's not direct. Like basically, you hear the lyrics and you gotta kind of make it up. Not make it up, but it's basically however you feel about it. I mean, you get the point. Basically, it's, you know, talking to somebody and telling them, you know, you have to kind of like grow your confidence. And I'm just comparing it to different things and different kind of elements of the earth, you know, like waves, and then, you know, the air brushing through the trees. Things of that nature. So it was just, and then it grows into actual, like, you know, writing, you know, like, this is what it is, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want to give it out.
No, I get what you mean, but, like, from what y'all telling me, like, I can't wait.
But I feel like you could probably describe the growing part.
It's got, like, a soundscape, you know? It's like watching a movie in a sense. Everything kind of grows, and you know, it's not like just a regular song where it just hits there. There's swells in the beginning and climaxes. It really builds.
I can't wait. Hopefully I get kind of early listen.
Yeah, of course. You definitely, before you leave, you guys don't get it just yet. It's not because I don't love y'all.
Nah, it's exclusive, y'all.
It's exclusive.
April, when it drops, April 20th?
4/20. Yeah, 4/20. April 20th. I'm trying to, you know, I'm busting my butt, busting our chops to get this done. But if not, plan B is to drop Cotton Candy Kush.
Okay, so what I ain't hear it yet, but you from seeing your expressions, like you really excited about the song, like why? Like what's the process of doing the song was very like fun and
yeah, I mean the process of doing each song is always fun. Like even on the times when I've come in, you know, not shit-faced, but where I'm like, I've been crying and it's been a really bad night. Like, you know, when Waves was the first track that we worked on for Friendly Skies. So there was a time when, you know, I came in, I wasn't coming in, but I wanted to come in. So I came in and I looked like Garfield. Puffy eyes, you know, very stuffy. But it was fun. Like, at the end of the night, whatever we had created in that segment for Waves was amazing. And it had taken me out of my element that I was in and put me in a different element. Kind of an out-of-body experience, but it's not so intense. It's more like, you know, of a feeling. It's always that type of thing. I forgot the first part of your question.
Nah, like
I know that was the second part.
Nah, I was just asking, just like the like I guess more likely like the expectations. Like, do you really feel that you'll reach out to a lot of people with the song?
I feel like with every track, I've made music, and I told Fred from the beginning, I want to make music that I know that I'm gonna jam to, that I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna be like, ooh, I get goosebumps. I need to rewind that part. Everybody has a track like that. Everybody has a track that they love like that, or an album that produces that type of feeling. And that's what I want. If I hear the song and it doesn't do the same, then I'm fucking up. I have to go back. We have to revise it. Something needs to change. But it's never like that because every single time we've actually made shit that's fire. And it's not to toot my own horn. It's literally, it's really good.
Yeah.
So it's every time I feel like we celebrate with a joint at the end.